Hey everyone, it's Ogami here, and today I'm going to be ranking every song by KATSEYE from debut to Internet Girl. So I just have two rules for this ranking. Number one being that there's no extended or sped up versions in this ranking because I don't feel like they're different enough to the original to get their own spot on the list. And number two is that they have to be released by the artist KATSEYE. So unfortunately, that does not allow for any Dream Academy songs to be included, but if you do like Dream Academy, I do have a whole video ranking all of the performances from Dream Academy, and there should be a little eye popping up in the corner if you want to go watch that, but wait for this video to finish. Before I get started with the ranking, I do just have a few channel announcements. If you don't care, feel free to skip ahead. Here's the timestamp right here, and if you do care, thank you. And I just wanted to say, welcome to my first video of 2026. I'm so sorry that I've been gone for like a month. It was just the holiday season, and then I wasn't feeling super well, and I was feeling super overwhelmed, and so it's just taken me a while to get back to be able to sit in front of the camera and edit and work on a video for you guys, but I'm starting again now. And I was also waiting for Internet Girl to come out, and it didn't come out until like the very beginning of January, so there was just that whole debacle. But I should be uploading every week from now on, and I will be uploading a video every Friday now, just so that I have the most time to get myself together and get a video together and record and continue making these lovely videos for you people. Without further ado, let's get started with the ranking at 22nd place. In 22nd place, I have put Game Boy's acoustic version. This is in last place because I just feel like acoustic doesn't fit this song at all, and I feel like the instrumental feels very weird against the lyrics, and like, not that it's a bad song because I don't think any KATSEYE songs are bad. I don't think any KATSEYE songs are bad. I just think that the instrumental and the lyrics kind of clash, and there's a reason the original has the instrumental it does. Now on to 21st. In 21st place, I have put Touch, the holiday version. Now, I'm basically just gonna say the same thing that I said for Game Boy's acoustic version, and it's just that I feel like the instrumental and the lyrics and everything about it just kind of clashes, and that it doesn't sound the best. That's really all I have to say for this one. It's fine, I just don't think the instrumental blends very well, and the original has the instrumental it does for a reason. Now into 20th place. In 20th place is the Gabriela Reggaeton remix, and I can say the same thing about this one that I said about the other two, and trust me, this is the final one of these like remixes where it only really changes the instrumental. It's just, again, the same spiel. I just like it better than the other two. So now let's go on to 19th place. This is the first in the line featuring somebody, but in 19th place is Gabriela featuring Young Miko, and I think this is fine. I think they give her a solid verse. I just prefer Daniela's verse in the song way more because it is easily the best part of the song, and so replacing that with an inferior verse kinda sucks. And I'm not saying that Young Miko is a bad singer, I'm just saying they could have given her a better verse, and I also just prefer the other verse to this one. But now into 18th place. In 18th place is the Gnarly remix. Now for me, the more I listen to the song, the more I really start to dislike it. It feels like something that would be played in a club, but in a negative way. Like, slash neg, I mean that very negatively. Like, there's a positive to songs being played at clubs. I don't really like this song. Like, I get why people would. It's just not my cup of tea. Like, that's all I can really say about it, is that I feel like it would be played in a club, slash neg. Now on to 17th place. In 17th place is Touch featuring Yeonjun. I don't think this is bad. I feel like they just kind of stuck him in there. It's like that TikTok audio, like, why would a man be there? And it's like, why are you there? I don't want a man in my girly music, okay? And it's like, as girly as you are, do whatever you want, king. But like, I don't really gaff about you. And that's okay. I just don't really care about this song, and it feels like an inferior version of Touch. And I'm not sorry for saying that. Now on to 16th place.
too wavy and I'm feeling gnarly. Like no soda, the ceiling is starry.
In 16th place is Gnarly featuring Ice Spice. This is a good remix, a good featuring, a good artist implementation. I think I just like the original verse that's there more than Ice Spice's verse. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's, again, why would I listen to this over the original in any capacity? Now into 15th place.
Don't get comfortable, cause any minute now.
From here on out, I have songs that I just sort of forget exist sometimes. And in 15th place is the MIA Valorant remix. Now, I do think this was different enough to get its own spot on the list, but also when I was looking through the list of their songs, I was like, whoa, I kind of forgot MIA had a Valorant remix, because I don't particularly play Valorant, I don't really like Valorant, but I just completely forgot that MIA got a Valorant remix, and that's just like how I feel about this song. I think it's fine, but why would I listen to it over the original, and why do I kind of forget that it exists most of the time? Questions for the next Shakespeare. Now onto 14th place. In 14th place is the Monster High Fright song. Now this is kind of in the same boat as the last one, where it's just like, oh, I kind of forgot that this song existed. Now I do think it's very good. It's like oh, I actually really like the original version of this song. So the KATSEYE remix kind of gets thrown to the side for me. And it's really just because the original gives so much nostalgia, especially the rap part, which they got rid of for this one. And it's like, although this is really good, I do just kind of forget that it exists a lot of the time. And that's really all I can say for it. Now on to 13th place.
Like a time lapse.
In 13th place is Time Lapse. Now, funny story, when I was gathering the list for this video, I honestly forgot about this song. Because when I was gathering it, I was going through their discography, and it's not listed in their Spotify because they didn't release it. It was released for the show that it's from. I haven't watched the show. I don't know anything about the show. Don't ask me about it. But it was released in the album for that show, and it wasn't released by KATSEYE. So it just kind of got thrown to the side for me, and I honestly forgot it existed until a TikTok came up that was like, oh, don't forget about Time Lapse, and I was like, oh shoot, I completely forgot that it existed. And I do think it's a really, really good song. I think it's a very, very pretty and vocally really, really good. I just couldn't put it much higher than this with the other kind of forgettable KATSEYE songs, because I did completely forget this one existed. Now on to number 12.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Now I've moved on from the forgettable songs to all of my favorite ones, which are most of them, and in 12th place is I'm Pretty. So KATSEYE has shown their disdain for I'm Pretty when a fan at one of their concerts said that their favorite song was I'm Pretty, and all of KATSEYE was like, oh, that's not. And so, I don't know, that kind of influenced my opinion on it, but also, I think it's a good song. I think it's rather forgettable, but not to the point that I completely forgot it existed, just to the point of when it comes on in my playlist, I'm like, oh right, this is in my playlist, and then I sing along, you know? It's good, but it's not better than their other songs. Now on to 11th place. In 11th place is Tonight I Might. Now, I really do enjoy this song, especially because it gave the iconic moment of, I'm not the perfect example of someone ready to handle the kind of party required to go in fully inspired, but I think, of course, it's iconic in its own right, and I do think it's a good song. I just enjoy the other songs above it more, and that's really all I can say for this song. It's kind of in the same boat as I'm Pretty, except it's more iconic than I'm Pretty. Even though they're both iconic in their own right, I just think that this is a little more enjoyable of a song to me. Don't forget, this whole list is my opinion. If you have your own opinions, which I'm sure you do, go ahead and put them in the comments below. And let's go into 10th place. I'm sure a lot of people are surprised to see Internet Girl this high at number 10, but I am one of the Internet Girl defenders. I really, really enjoy this song. I think it's really good. I love when KATSEYE tries to experiment with new things, new genres, new instrumental types, just new everything. And I really, really enjoy the song. There's just one thing that's holding it back from being amazing, and that's the baby. That damn baby. We don't need to know you're getting out of here, okay? I enjoy the members singing that part so much more. Even though I really do enjoy this song, I do think it would have been a lot higher without that baby, but sadly that baby, it's holding it down. It's weighing it down. Get rid of that baby, you got a top 5, top 3 song. That baby stays there, you got a number 10. Now on to number 9. In 9th place is Flame. Now, I do really enjoy this song, but my first time listening to it was just in preparation for this video, so it might be like recency bias, but I do think it's really, really good and it showcases all their vocals really, really well. But I also haven't watched the show that it's from, and I only know it from this, and I have been meaning to watch the show actually. I just haven't gotten around to it for the time I'm recording this video. Maybe I'll have watched it by the time it comes out. But other than that, this song is really, really good and I really enjoy it. It just doesn't go much higher because it isn't really a KATSEYE song, it's more the intro song for this show. So that's why it gets 9th. Right now, on to 8th. In 8th place is Debut. I really, really enjoy this song. I really like it. I think it's really good. It doesn't feel so much like KATSEYE. And of course this was their debut, so it's not going to have that KATSEYE sound to it. And although it really is good, it isn't these girls. You know? Like, we've learned their sound, like, we've learned what they like doing, and it isn't really these more K-pop-y songs. And so that's why Debut is all the way down here. Although I really enjoy it, I do think a lot of their songs are better, and I do enjoy a lot of their songs more, and also, like, they got their sound a lot more in check later on. Now on to number 7th. But you've been so out of touch, that about you way too much. In 7th place is Touch. Now, I'm sure a lot of people expected this to be a lot higher. I just have the same feeling with this one that I have with Debut, where it's like these songs feel very K-pop-y and not like KATSEYE. And although I really do enjoy these two songs, I do think that they've come into their sound a lot more later. And also, did anyone else mix this song up with Magnetic back in the day by Islet? I don't know how you pronounce it, but their song Magnetic, which is really, really good, and I suggest you go listen to it. I always got it mixed up with Touch, and that's why I used to think KATSEYE was a K-pop group because of Magnetic, and I kind of mixed the two songs in my head, and so I kind of thought they were the same one, and they speak Korean in Magnetic, so it always got my wires crossed. But now I know. They're completely separate songs. Now on to 6th place. You're just a playboy, I ain't tryna. In 6th place is Game Boy. Now, I do think this song deserves a lot more recognition than it got. Its light was dimmed by the other songs that were a part of Beautiful Chaos, because a lot of them went really, really viral, like Gabriella and Gnarly, which you'll see later in the video. But Game Boy is just kind of there. It's kind of like the middle child. And I do think it deserves a lot more recognition than it gets because it's really, really good. I love the choreography, I love the singing, I love the lyrics, it's great. And I do think it deserves a lot more attention than it gets. And it is one of my favorite KATSEYE songs. So, 6th place it is. Now on to 5th place. In 5th place is My Way. Now, I can say I used to not be a super fan of this one because it just like wasn't really my type of song. And then I started listening to it more and I actually really enjoyed the lyrics and the message and the singing because each girl really gets to shine with her own parts of the song and it's really, really good and I really enjoy it. And it's also become like kind of iconic in its own way because when people mess something up, they'll like be like, oh, well, I did it my way, you know, as KATSEYE would say. I really do like this song and I think it's really good and it has a great message to it, which is very important in songs, but it's also okay to just not have a message in your song, as you'll see later in the video. Now on to number 4. Hands up, Gabriella. Gabriella, hands up, Gabriella. In 4th place is Gabriella. There's a reason this song is nominated for a Grammy, and the whole group of KATSEYE is, because this is an amazing song and I really enjoy it. And I do think this was Daniela's song to own, and she really does, with her whole verse being in Spanish. It's amazing and it's so enjoyable and it's my favorite part of the song, and I'm sure it's like everybody's favorite part of the song. And of course, the dance going mini viral and everyone doing the helicopter hands. Overall, this is just an amazing song and it's their most listened to song, which honestly kind of surprised me because I expected, of course, Gnarly to be their most listened to song, so I was kind of surprised to see Gabriella at number 1. But then also I'm like, that makes sense. It's more appealing for the masses. Gnarly is very experimental, which I'll talk about in its own thing. Speaking of that, why don't we go on to number 3? And yes, God bless even the mean girls. In 3rd place is Mean Girls. I think this song is really, really good. It has a good message. It's really fun. All the girls get to show off their voice. I just really enjoy this song because we've all been there. Either we were the mean girl or we were being chastised by a mean girl. And it's like, it's okay to go back and be like, hey, you know, God bless the mean girls. they'll be okay. They'll change. You know, people don't usually stay a mean girl forever, except for nurses, because for some reason, every single mean girl in high school decides to become a nurse. So, I mean, no matter what, God bless the mean girls, God bless the tea girls, and all the in-between girls. And let's go on to number 2. In second place is Gnarly. This is an amazing song. Again, like I said during Internet Girls segment, I love how all of KATSEYE's songs are so different and so out there. And honestly, at first, I was one of the Gnarly haters. I'll say it. I was one of the Gnarly haters. But it was mostly because K-pop has this problem of appropriating black culture in their songs. We all know it. Even K-pop stans can admit it. The K-pop industry has a problem with that. And so this song was kind of giving that. And then I also realized that all of the members are also people of color, and there's a black member and an Indian member, and of course I was like, oh, okay, it's not just Korean girls. I feel better about this song now. And of course, you know, everybody kind of hated Gnarly at first, but now it's become a staple of 2025, and I will say, it was probably one of the biggest songs of 2025. Definitely one of the most talked about, because Gnarly made these girls explode in popularity. And of course, the KATSEYE ad helped with that too, which I will say that is when I became a really big KATSEYE fan, was when the Gap ad came out, and like, it changed the whole trajectory of my life. I would not be here today without that Gap ad. And now, let's go on to number 1 on the list, which, if you've been counting, you already know what it is.
Don't get comfortable, cause any minute now.
In first place is MIA. Now, I said before for the Gnarly remix that it sounds like something that would be played in a club in a negative way, but this is like something that would be played in a club in a positive way. Like, I would be getting down to this song, and I hope one day to go into a club and they're playing this, because this is like the perfect club song, and it's also my favorite song of KATSEYE, which definitely helped boost it to number 1, but it's also just an amazing song that I think KATSEYE fans and even antis as a whole can agree is a really fun and good song. And it's definitely up there, and for me, it's number 1. But what about your thoughts? Leave your rankings in the comments down below while I go to Sil in the outro. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And like I said right before the outro, if you have different rankings than me, which I'm sure you do, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye bye!